and the crying begins. So she went to the school this morning and did some orientation. I did running around for more stuff because there's always more stuff she needs. And then she came back to the Airbnb and did the rest of her orientation, but had me running around, which I get it. She's a kid. And now she is getting ready because she wants to go back and hang out with some of the girls. And I'm glad for that because I get that I want her to be comfortable, but I'm sad. Hi, everybody. Oh, it's been a long day. Today's my last day here. Actually, it's about 2 o'clock in the morning here. I'm just waiting to get to 4 o'clock and get on the road so I can return the rent-a-car and get on a plane, go to Nebraska and meet up with the girls, which is very exciting. Today was my last day with Brighton, which is really sad. We started the day bringing her boyfriend to the airport, which was sad, but she was pretty gung-ho to get over to school. She had orientation, of course, on Zoom. So I brought her over. I picked her up at 2, and we went to get her bike and get a couple other things that we needed. She decided to do the rest of her orientation here at the Airbnb, kind of chill out. We had some dinner. I, rode around like a crazy person, getting all last minute things. I feel like the last week, all I've done is drive around the freeway and go from store to store to get things that we need. But I guess that's part of moving into college. She decided she wanted to go back and do her nighttime orientation there, but she wanted to go back a little early to meet up with some girls, which I was really kind of excited for her, and it made me feel better leaving her and her seeming like she was excited. She asked me to pick her up at 9 so she could take a shower here at the Airbnb one last time because she does have shared bathrooms, and then we could say goodbye. So I did that, and when I picked her up, it was a totally, totally different scenario. She was angry. She hates it here. The kids are all really weird. She doesn't relate to anyone. Everybody's kind of bougie. All they care about is studying, and she knows that obviously studying is the biggest part of college, but there's no social life. They can't have anyone in their rooms. None of the common rooms are open. They can only hang out on the lawn. And we had called about all of these things before we made the decision to come here, and we were told that you would be able to hang out in your rooms with people in your close circle, meaning people in your residence hall, and that they had activities planned, and none of that has turned out to be so far. So it was a little disheartening. I tried to explain to her that you're going to one of the top 5 public universities in the country. There's gonna be bougie rich kids. She is a poor kid that lives like a rich kid. It's a weird situation for her, I'm sure, because although she knows she's a poor kid, I bend over backwards to make sure that she doesn't live like a poor kid, which is something I need to look at. I bend over backwards to make her happy, to make everybody happy. I'm very, can you do this? Oh, never mind, I'll just do it because nobody else will do it right. A lot of things I need to really look at. It was hard leaving her. I think that a lot of what she's feeling right now tonight, I know, is because she misses her boyfriend. And although I know she would never want to say it, I do think that being away from me for good is difficult, although she would tell you the exact opposite. She's been away from me before on vacation, but she's never been away from me for good. And, it's just been her and I for a really long time. So I'm hoping that just all this transition, it's been a long week. A lot has happened between her boyfriend having the surgery and just running around. It was not what I had planned. We kind of hoped to go do some sightseeing and kind of relax, but life just doesn't work out that way all the time. I try not to put expectations on things, another thing I'm working on. So I'm really sad and it's hard to leave. I have cried, but I have to believe that she is strong. We've always had the deal that she could come home in December. I would normally say you have to do a full year, but with the whole COVID thing, I really do worry about the mental health of these kids being stuck in a room. And honestly, if she's miserable, I'm not going to pay another quarter of, what I pay a quarter here at the school is a year's tuition in New York. So we'll see how it goes. I do think she will meet people like her. Everything will be fine. She's tired. We're all tired. It's been a long week. We're all leaving her here. It's emotional. I'm sure she'll be fine. But the mom and me can't help but worry, and I like to fix everything for everyone, and especially when it comes to her. And I have to just let it go. And that is really, really hard. But just more areas for progress. So I'm cleaning the Airbnb. Not that it needs to be cleaned, but I have nothing else to do, and I'm trying to stay awake so that I don't oversleep and I get to the airport on time. And then I'm going to meet the girls, and we're staying outside of Omaha they're there now. We're going to stay there tomorrow night too, which will be good, so I can rest instead of just getting off the plane and hightailing it to, I think, South Dakota is the next stop. So that's about it for today, and I hope everybody had a great day, and the adventure begins again. All right, take care, everybody. Bye.